You know, in this life, in this show of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, it's not just about, you know, great rye bread, you know, like we're going to get a chance to experience here at Ingrid's. It's about the life inside of this. And this is Americana. This has such a cultural backbone to everything we do that I think that's what attracts us all to it. One of the big questions everybody says is, how do you get to these locations? Do you like show up in town and hit the phone book? And I'm like, no. I'm glad that it appears that way, but we have a real disciplined team that researches all these locations before we get there. There's so many components that go to making a show. These are called pods, and we have 3 of them per show, and each one will have about a 6-minute segment. And it takes us about anywhere from 15 to 20 hours to make one 6-minute segment. So the producers will get the rundown on what the environment or what the location's like, highlights. You know, it's got to have it's got to have a story. It's got to have foundation is really got to be food, and then usually there's got to be some uniqueness to it or some character of it. I mean, we've had a lot of places that have had great character, very minimal food, and that makes it real difficult to make a show happen. But last year I did just a mild, gentle 220 days. This year I just signed a new contract with Food Network. This year I'll be at about 120. So, you know, I look at it and say there's a lot of people that have been making that investment for years, traveling either as artists or as business or, you know, what it might be. So right now that's my, that's my position. That's my responsibility. But I will tell you, it's the most rewarding job. I thought, I said it the other day, I said I used to cook for thousands, now I cook for millions. And that's, to know the impact that it makes is awesome. I mean, the stories that people write in and tell us. We're not coming in falsifying anything. We're not coming in making up a story and saying, hey, this is really good, come down here and try this. I mean, if it's not good, we don't show it. I mean, who wants to see a show about a guy that goes around and finds foods that aren't good? So we only highlight the things that we're really, and we're not saying everything's great. I mean, you know, some people come and say, I had a burger at that place, it was horrible. I said burger. I said the waffles are awesome. But what this show does, and what it highlights, it impacts the community, it impacts the town, it impacts the state, it impacts the welfare of the family. I mean, the list goes on and on. And the other great thing about this is a lot of unsung heroes. Okay, there's a lot of people that probably were never going to get a shot to really highlight their profession, their greatness. You know, maybe it's a baker. I mean, we're going to be baking some rye bread today. Maybe it's a fry cook. You know, but a lot of these people do this as a labor of love more, I think, than a lot of times than they do because, you know, this is what they're making their profession out of. They do. I mean, that's what they pay the bills with. But I really will tell you, getting a chance to just take the all-American people and say, look what this guy does. You know, look how hard he works. It's a beautiful thing. So.